Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the character showcase for Fire Emblem Warriors, and today we're going to be getting into the DLC characters, and what better to start off with than the dancing girl from Fire Emblem Fates. This is going to be Azura that we're focusing on today, and the thing about Azura, I find her to be a very solid overall character with plenty of there was a very intentional design for her movesets. It's primarily going to be a sort of a support role, but thing is though, she fills the Vanguard role exceptionally well, and you're going to be seeing why very soon. So first, before we even begin, we're going to set her up with... How about we have her set up with Liana this time around? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have her set up with a sword user because spears and swords synergize quite well with each other. Let's see, we also have a bunch of lance users. Maybe axe might be better? No, do you want? Let's just have her fight against some lances. We are currently playing a level 73 map on the DLC, and that means that things will be a little bit more tanky this time around. I don't even believe I have the weapon's full potential unlocked, but this character is actually quite strong, so I'm none too worried about that. So, the thing about this particular character and the reason why she works so well as a Vanguard is, well, we have to think about the things that actually comprise a good Vanguard. You need to have good AoE, you need to have good 1v1 potential, and you need to have the ability to actually pull off your dual warrior specials at any given notice. So the thing about her is that she has a gimmick. Her gimmick is that she will sing a song that will expend the meter that is beneath her portrait. Once she burns that meter, it's going to transfer Awakening Gauge and Warrior Gauge to her partner. So you can tell that also based on her skill, her innate skill crest, that she was meant to be sort of the support unit because it gives passive healing, the Amatera skill. And that's all well and good, but you'll actually find that you won't necessarily be needing to make that much use of it. It's not because it's necessarily a bad skill in and of itself, it's just that she works so well as a Vanguard. You'll actually see here it's really easy to build up the KO count with the combo 3. In terms of weapon recommendations, I totally recommend the combo 3 because look how much meter that builds up. And we're going to go ahead and transfer some meter right now, and we're going to be able to do a dual warrior special just like that. Azura has really high luck and high skill. High luck and high skill being sort of the main damage skills, particularly for these high level maps. In terms of the actual skill crest that you would give to her, I would recommend Celica's Luck plus 20 and Luna. Oh wow, they're just going to give us the free meters? Alright, yes please. Now in terms of her combos, her combo, I feel that personally the main combos that you'll want to be using are the combos 3, which is 2 regulars and a strong, and the combo 5, that's 4 regulars and a strong. So yeah, that's the one that creates the wave over here. Usually if I was able to proc the yellow bars, I would actually be able to get the stun gauge off. Now, here's the thing about the meter that I would like to let people know. You can fill up this meter fairly slowly, sure, but the thing is though, is that the methods for filling up the meter is literally every single source of damage. This means your criticals, especially your yellow gauges, are going to be your main source of damage. Your these dual warrior specials that you're watching right now is going to fill up the gauge. Not completely, but by a substantial amount. So like, you just have to basically be playing the game and you're gonna have it filled up. But in terms of her combos though, yeah, the combo 5 is very good. Combo 6 is actually pretty good itself. It's like this attack. Hang on. So yeah, like this is pretty good as well. It has a nice AoE and it's an insta break, as most of the combo 6s are when you're fighting against someone that you have an advantage against on the combat triangle. But the actual move itself, like I find that personally combo 5 tends to be much more effective, but you know, it's really up to player preference at this point. She also benefits heavily from armor strike due to her high luck stat. Okay, go ahead and let Fawn do some attacks here. So yeah, here's the combo 5 that I love so much, where you summon the wave. It's really funny actually looking at the moveset of this character because for those of you guys that are very familiar with me on this channel, I've actually never played Fire Emblem Fates, so it's really funny to see all these potential references, these really interesting movesets. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, you can actually do a nice AoE, but the combo 2 actually is great for spamming if all you want to do is just get a high kill count as soon as you can. Azura has amazing AoE. All of her combos have AoE. Her regular attacks are very quick, so you can constantly be dodge canceling. She's a very mobile character, so despite the fact that her skills, so her gimmick and her skill crest, are totally meant to sort of be focused on being a support, but again, she makes such a great Vanguard unit, and you know, you'd be fooling yourself if you wanted to pass that up. She's a very good character overall, also again due to the fact that you can create warrior gauge for your partner without needing to switch, and it's just as well because it's a very good moveset too. And go ahead and quickly break up these forts. The combo 3, or sorry, not combo 3, the combo 4, this one over here, is quite interesting because you can actually control where you move as you're doing it. Then you can follow it up for a combo 5 with the instant break. The actual combo 4 in and of itself though, like, yeah, you get to move around. The thing is though, is that they have to be hit by the final hit of the attack in order to get the stun gauge. Otherwise, it won't work. So yeah, keep that in mind. Unfortunately, you're also not able to cancel it out. But here we go. Look at this combo. You're able to build up your kill counts really, really fast with the combo 3. Yeah, let's see. Oh, one other thing I wanted to say. In regards to the DLC, since we're doing the showcase right now, I'm very glad to see that Azura and Oboro are both different characters altogether. They're not clones of each other. That was the first thing I wondered, and it's great because we actually get a spear user. That's kind of the main selling point for Azura at this stage of the game, is that she's one of the only spear users that aren't mounted Falcon Knights. And you know, there's nothing wrong with Falcon Knights in themselves, but the thing is though is that you're innately weak to bows, which can be sort of a deal breaker, particularly for newer players as well. Can't neglect those guys. There we go. Also, this combo over here, again, she's also very good at making mincemeat out of the Maniket type enemies. So there we go. Wow, that's actually quite a bit of damage. Again, actually, can we just quickly look at my weapon, give you guys an idea of how strong this is? Because, like, look at this. It's, yeah, see, it's a 160, so it's not terrible, but we haven't even fully unlocked the potential yet at this point. And, yeah, we're definitely going to be able to unlock the potential eventually. I believe you get, like, 720 damage, something along those lines. It's very strong how weapons are at this point. But, yeah, I'm really glad to see that she's not a clone of Oboro. She's not she's her own character with her own gimmick, and I really am looking forward to doing more of these showcases. The only real downside about Azura is that, well, it's the same downside that I had for Ryoma when I had the Ryoma showcase, is that she's just not very mobile. But the thing is though, she has amazing AoE, she has great single target damage, and yeah, she can pull off dual warrior specials consistently. Not to mention, look at the AoE of that dual warrior special that we're spamming so many times. It actually has, I believe, more range, or more backwards range than Ryoma. It's really good. Like, there's actually not very much bad I could say about her aside from just maybe she could use a horse. Oh man. But that's the thing though, she's just a very well thought out character, and I'm very relieved, to be honest, because, like, yeah, again, my initial thoughts when I found out there's gonna be DLC of characters that already exist within the game, or at least in the case of Oboro and Niles, they both existed within the game. I don't believe Azura was in the story mode, and it's actually great to see how much effort was put into them. Again, like, 2 out of the 3 DLC characters that we got in this DLC pack are unique. So yeah, that's kind of Azura's thing though. She's a very mobile character. She does everything right, essentially. There's actually nothing inherently bad about her. And I like honestly, like, I don't really like to bring up the tier list that much anymore, but if I were to put her on the tier list, she would definitely be like A+. I actually feel that she would get like the tier above Robin. I actually personally believe that she's a better character than, like, say, Robin, Ryoma, which would be surprising because Ryoma's such a good character as well. But again, like, you know, viability has always been a moot term, but when it comes to Azura and her viability, and if I were to, like, let's just say that, you know, theoretically, this character came out around the time that tier list came out, then yeah, she would totally be on a really high tier, and that's good. That's definitely good news. And a few of the other ones that we have here are actually quite promising. Like, I'm going to get into Niles a little bit in the next video, or in the video after this one. And Basically, all I can really say is that despite the fact that, based on what I've seen so far, or based on what I've heard, he's very much an archer in every sense of the word, but he has that awesome skill, and I cannot wait to actually get more in depth with that skill. Wow, okay, so this was a 73 difficult, and we didn't even break a sweat using Azura. Anyways, Azura is a fantastic character overall. I highly recommend it for people that are either looking for a good spear user, because you know there are plenty of good spear users out there, but she's probably, in my mind, the best spear user at the moment. Although I'll probably have to get more in depth with Oboro to see if I'm wrong. And definitely something you want to get into if you want to play a support, but at the same time, one of the best vanguards in the game. So guys, thanks very much for joining me on the character showcase, and I'll see you guys next time.